Genesis 25. Abraham's death. Abraham took another wife whose name was Keturah. She gave birth to Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. The sons of Dedan were Ashurim, Letushim, and Lumim. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abida, and Elda. All these were the sons of Keturah. Now Abraham gave everything that he had to Isaac, but to the sons of his concubines, Hagar and Keturah, Abraham gave gifts while he was still living, and he sent them to the east country, away from Isaac, his son of promise. The days of Abraham's life were 175 years. Then Abraham breathed his last, and he died at a good old age, an old man who was satisfied with life, and he was gathered to his people who had preceded him in death. So his sons, Isaac and Ishmael, buried him in the cave of Machpelah in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar the Hittite, which is east of Mamre, the field which Abraham purchased from the sons of Heth. There Abraham was buried with Sarah his wife. Now after the death of Abraham, God blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac lived in Beer Lahai Roi. Now these are the records of the descendants of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's maid, bore to Abraham. And these are the names of the 12 sons of Ishmael, named in the order of their births. Nebaioth, the firstborn of Ishmael, and Kedar, Abiel, Mibsham, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jeter, Naphish, and Kadima. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their settlements and by their encampments, sheepfolds. 12 princes, sheiks, according to their tribes, foretold in Genesis 17:20. Ishmael lived 137 years, then he breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people who had preceded him in death. Ishmael's sons' descendants settled from Havilah to Shur, which is east of Egypt, as one goes toward Assyria. He settled opposite east of all his relatives. Isaac's sons. Now, these are the records of the descendants of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Aramean. Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife because she was unable to conceive children. The Lord granted his prayer, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived twins. But the children struggled together within her, kicking and shoving one another. And she said, "If it is so that the Lord has heard our prayer, why then am I this way?" So she went to inquire the Lord, praying for an answer. The Lord said to her, "The founders of 2 nations are in your womb, and the separation of 2 nations has begun in your body. The one people shall be stronger than the other, the older shall serve the younger." 24. When her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out reddish all over like a hairy garment, and they named him Esau, hairy. Afterward, his brother came out, and his hand grasped Esau's heel, so they call him Jacob, one who grabs the heel, supplanter. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah gave birth to them. When the boys grew up, Esau was an able and skilled hunter, a man of outdoors, but Jacob was a quiet and peaceful man living in tents. Now Isaac loved and favored Esau because he enjoyed eating his game, but Rebekah loved and favored Jacob. Jacob had cooked reddish brown lentil stew one day, and when Esau came from the field and was famished, 30. And Esau said to Jacob, please let me have a quick swallow of that red stuff there, because I am exhausted and famished. For that reason, Esau was also called Edom. Jacob answered, first, sell me your birthright, the rights of the firstborn. Esau said, look, I am about to die if I do not eat soon. So of what use is this birthright to me? Jacob said, swear an oath to me today that you are selling it to me for this food. So he swore an oath to him and sold him his birthright. 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate and drank, and got up and went on his way. In this way, Esau scorned his birthright. This is the word of the Lord.